Nobody sees what you've been through, but everyone sees who you've become. They see your smile. They see your strength. They see how you carry yourself now, but they don't see the nights you stayed up, overthinking everything, trying to hold yourself together. They don't see the moments you felt completely lost, the times you questioned your worth, or the days you had to be strong, when you didn't feel strong at all. And maybe that's why it feels so lonely sometimes, because people expect you to be okay, just because you look okay. But what they don't understand is, you didn't become this strong by accident. You became this strong, because you had no other choice, and somehow, you learned how to carry it all, without letting it show. You don't look like what you've been through, and that's your power. People see your smile, but they don't see the nights you stayed up overthinking everything, the moments you felt like giving up, or the times you questioned your worth, your strength, and your place in this world. They don't see how many times you had to pick yourself up in silence, when your mind was heavy and your heart felt tired. When everything inside you was telling you to stop, but you didn't. You kept going even when it hurt, even when it felt unfair, even when no one noticed your effort. That's real strength. Not the loud kind, not the kind that needs attention, but the kind built in quiet moments when no one is watching. The truth is, not everyone will understand you because not everyone has had to fight the battles you have, and that's why your strength stands out. You held yourself together when everything inside you was falling apart. And that takes a kind of courage most people will never know. And that's also why some people will feel uncomfortable around you, because your strength reminds them of what they don't have. Your growth reflects what they haven't faced, and your resilience shows what they couldn't handle. Some will even envy you, not because they know your story, but because they see your light without understanding the darkness you came out of. But never let that make you shrink, never dim your light to make others feel comfortable, because you didn't come this far just to hide who you are. Everything you went through built you, shaped you, and made you stronger than you even realize, and no opinion, no doubt, and no negativity should ever take that away from you. So stand tall, own your journey, and keep moving forward, because the truth is, not everyone could survive what you did, but you did, and that's what makes you powerful. And the truth is, once you realize how strong you really are, everything starts to change. You stop chasing validation, you stop explaining yourself, and you stop shrinking just to fit into spaces that were never meant for you. You begin to understand that your journey was not meant to break you. It was meant to build you, to teach you, to prepare you for a version of yourself that refuses to settle for less than you deserve. And yes, the more you grow, the more you stand in your power, the more you will notice that not everyone will celebrate you. Some will question you, some will doubt you, and some will try to bring you back to the version of you that was easier to control. But that's not your place anymore. You didn't fight all those silent battles just to go back to being someone you've outgrown. And sometimes, what looks like jealousy is really just a reflection of your strength. It's people seeing your light and not understanding how you still shine after everything you've been through. It's them wondering how you kept going when they would have given up. And that's your reminder, not your warning. Because you're not here to be understood by everyone, you're here to be real, to be strong, to be unapologetically yourself. So keep going even when it feels lonely. Even when it feels like no one sees your progress. Even when it feels like you're walking this path alone. Because every step you take forward is proof that you didn't give up on yourself. Every moment you choose growth over comfort is a sign that you are becoming someone unstoppable. And one day you will look back at everything you've been through and realize that it didn't destroy you, it revealed you. It showed you your strength, your resilience, your power. And that version of you, the one who kept going no matter what, the one who refused to stay down, the one who turned pain into strength, that is the version of you that will inspire others without even trying. So don't hold back, don't doubt yourself, and don't ever dim your light. You've already survived too much to play small now. And at some point, something inside you changed. You stopped waiting for people to understand you. You stopped explaining your pain. You stopped looking for validation from those who never saw your worth in the first place. Because you realized, not everyone is meant to understand your journey. Some people only see your strength now. But they didn't see what it took to become this version of you. They didn't see the nights you cried in silence. The moments you felt completely alone. The times you had to be strong for yourself. When no one else was there. And that's why your strength stands out. Because it's real. Because it was built in moments most people wouldn't survive. And yes, sometimes that makes people uncomfortable. Because your growth reflects what they haven't faced. Your strength shows what they couldn't handle. And instead of understanding it, they question it. But that's not your burden to carry. You're not here to shrink for others. You're not here to make people comfortable by hiding who you are. You are here to rise, to grow, to become everything you were meant to be, without apology. So don't go back to being the version of you that tolerated less. Don't silence your voice just because it makes others uncomfortable. You've come too far for that. Every step you took, every time you didn't give up, every moment you chose to keep going, it all built the person you are today. And that person is powerful, and one day, everything will make sense. Not the pain itself, but the strength it gave you. You'll realize that every moment you thought would break you was actually building you into someone stronger, wiser, and more aware of your worth. You'll see that the things you once cried about are the same things that taught you how to stand on your own. And that's when everything changes, because you stop looking at your past as something that hurt you, and you start seeing it as something that prepared you to walk away from what no longer serves you, prepared you to choose yourself without guilt, prepared you to recognize your value without needing anyone else to confirm it. And from that moment on, you move differently, you think differently, you carry yourself differently, because you know what it took to get here. You know the strength it took to keep going, when giving up felt easier. And that's something no one can take away from you. So don't rush your journey. Don't compare your path to anyone else's. And don't ever forget how far you've come. Because the truth is, you are not who you used to be. You are stronger. You are wiser. You are more powerful than you've ever been. And this version of you, this version that refused to give up, is just the beginning. And maybe you're still healing. Maybe there are days when it still hurts, when it still feels heavy, when you still question everything. And that's okay. Because healing isn't a straight line. Some days you feel strong. Some days you just try to get through the day. But both count. Every step forward, no matter how small, is still progress. And the truth is, you've already come so far. Further than you give yourself credit for. You survived days you thought you wouldn't. You made it through moments that almost broke you. And you're still here. Still trying. Still growing. Still becoming. And that alone is something to be proud of. So be gentle with yourself. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep going. Because one day, you're going to look back at this version of you and realize you made it. You didn't give up. You kept going. And you became someone stronger than you ever imagined. And that person is already inside you. So don't lose hope. Your story isn't over yet. It's just getting better.